What is up, hooligans? And happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. We're going to read through a schedule really quick, and then we will be checking on all the chats. So let me know how you hooligans are doing today. Then, of course, we'll be getting things started. First, we're going to be starting out with this video titled DJ Daniels sworn in as New York City Deputy Mayor. We've been keeping up with DJ for a long time now, and now he's going to be the Deputy Mayor of New York. They just, they need it out there. Next up, we got man is arrested for burning an American flag outside of the White House. He was protesting President Trump signing that executive order against burning our U.S. flag, and this guy, I don't know, he really thought he was doing something, but now he's going to jail. Then we got a video titled Illinois Governor Pritzker responds to Trump's threat to send National Guard to Chicago. Of course, he doesn't want these problems. Governor Pritzker says, no, Chicago is a great place to be. There's no crime there. Then we got a video titled We're going to be seeking the death penalty. Trump on murders in D.C. I don't know. Sounds like a good idea to me as long as it's not abused. Then we got our midlife break. Our funny video halfway through is provided by Metal Mouth, and it's titled Baby Review. Then getting back into the news, we got a video titled Why a Judge Blocked Kilmar Abrego Garcia's Deportation to Uganda. There's another follow-up with Kilmar Abrego Garcia and how for some reason he just can't stay away from the U.S. Actually, that's a doubly. And the second video is the attorney of Kilmar Abrego Garcia says her client will require many years of therapy to move past what he's suffered. Yeah, poor guy. Poor human trafficker. Then we got a video titled Jaw-Dropping Video Shows Border Crosser Uber Driver Sucker Punching the Rider. I don't know if he really sucker punched him, but he did knock him out. Then we got a video titled Missing California Baby Parents of Emmanuel Haro has been arrested. This is a follow-up on that whole situation, trying to get more details and whatnot about that. Then the last little bit of the news is Lefties Losing It. This one's titled CNN Meltdown Over John Bolton Raid. Then we'll be getting into the fun stuff. We'll be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Tori Wayne. And we got our two funny videos of the day. Both of them were provided by Stoner. First one's titled Bolton Did It. Then our official funny video of the day is titled Do You Understand? All of that's coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see how you hooligans are doing today. And what is up, everyone, over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Matt Rogers? What's up, Russell? What's up, Snooks? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being on the website. Russell, it's about time. I know, today has been awful. It's been awful. It's been fucking awful. And then to start the live, I had to fight everything to get it to run. So I don't know how today is going to go. I'm going to just try and make the best out of it. What is up, everyone over on Rumble? Kevin, you were first today. Happy freedom to you, and I appreciate you racing to the chat, Kevin. What's up, Beck Frank? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Goth? Happy freedom. What's up, Magic Moon? What's up, Cheeky Chops? What's up, Mr. Satan? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Dutton? What's up, Grind? If I can get you all ready, happy freedom. What's up, Just Gina? Happy freedom to you. What's up, 8Co? Happy freedom. What's up, Tree Herder? What's up, Watchman? Appreciate you hooligans being here. What's up, Elisa? What's up, Patriot Dad? Happy freedom to you. Let me see. What's up, Third? Happy freedom. Appreciate you joining us. And I think we got everybody. Make sure you hooligans hit that like button. See if you can get us on the front page. Patriot Dad, your voice sounds better. It's not all the way back, but it is a lot better than it was yesterday. What's up, Johnny Ride? Happy freedom to you. And what is up, everyone over on Kick? What's up, Scott? What's up, Crispy? What's up, Post Malone? Happy freedom, you hooligans. And what is up, everyone over on Twitch? What's up, Tony Rich? Man Rogers, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. And what is up, everyone over on the Communism platform? Cheeky Chops, you were first over here. What's up, Tube Steak? What's up, Mana? Happy freedom. What's up, MW? Happy freedom to you. Mr. Satan, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Brad? What's up, Joe? Russell, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. Happy freedom, you hooligans. You guys are welcome. Hit that like button as well. And what is up, everyone over on X? Watchmen, appreciate you being omnipresent. All right, hooligans, we're going to go ahead and get into things. Like I said, starting off with something easy. This first one's DJ Daniel sworn in as New York City Deputy Mayor. Let's get this pulled up real quick. Quick as YouTube will go. Come on, you dusty bitch. Now we're not gonna play the whole video because Mayor Adams likes to do a lot of talking and shit, and he's talking about DJ Daniels, and like I said, we're constantly covering DJ Daniels, so we don't need to hear his story. We're going to pretty much cut that out of the video. But before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, we have these Hooligan Strong t-shirts. Now, this design was created by Alistair, and Alistair is a badass in just about everything he does, so I will be posting his link in all of the chats for you hooligans to have the opportunity to hire him for your creative needs, because if you think it, he can create it. Now, this design does come in shirts for men, shirts for women, tank tops for men, tank tops for women, pullover hoodies, zipper hoodies, coffee mugs, dog tags, and we've made steel tumblers out of this design. Today I got on the spooky green hooligan badge. We got lots of items and lots of designs over in the merch store. I'll be dropping all the links in the chats while we're watching this first video.
Okay, place your hand on the Bible and raise your right hand.
Yes, sir.
I do hereby pledge and declare
I do by here pledge and declare
that I will
support
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the position of Deputy Mayor for Public Safety of the City of New York, according to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations, DM. Deputy Mayor without one of the Deputy Mayor's shirts. That's for you, okay? Here you are. You don't have to put it on, you can just turn it around and show.
That's not how we do it out in Texas.
You got it?
Yes. Just act like nobody's seen it.
Okay, it's all on you. DM. There you are. Love it, love it.
Alright, like I said, we're going to skip forward in this video because Mayor Adams is going to do a whole bunch of talking, saying a whole bunch of shit we've already heard before. So we're going to skip to the end of that and watch the rest of the video.
And so this morning, we want to thank you not only for becoming our honorary Deputy Mayor of Public Safety, but giving us a true symbol of resiliency and strength and courage and how you turn pain into purpose. You are a hero to us all. Thank you very much. Want to say a few words? Come on up. You can tell us about your battle you had with a rat.
Well, I wasn't expecting that huge thing. But I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my dad. I'm gonna be honest, this all started from 2018 through Hurricane Harvey. Me and my brothers were in the George R. Brown running because we figured that we could skip the lines to get snacks, and these 3 officers stopped us and brought us to our dad. And our dad asked were we in trouble, and they said no, they just wanted to take us out of a nightmare and bring us upstairs for pizza. Now, normally on a daily basis, we wouldn't eat this type of pizza, but it was a curled up pizza that had mushrooms on it. And my dad savored that taste on his tongue. Now, normally on a daily basis, he wouldn't eat that, and that's how it all started. And my dad's been driving me everywhere. No matter how tired he is, he still get the job done. And out in Texas, we don't say we get it done, we get her done, like my dad says. Did you have anything to say? And everywhere my dad drives, I ain't gonna lie, every time he drives, I be trying my best to stay up. Like last time, I'm not sure where we went, but I actually stayed up the whole ride. Because I know that he's feeling pain because he be popping caffeine pills. Next thing you know, a couple of years before then, he gonna be in the back seat of a Cybertruck and he gonna be sleeping. I'm gonna have to be, and I'm gonna be looking at the road, looking like I got double pink eye. Like we said out in Texas, one monkey don't stop no show, and you see the monkey talking right now.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so that is DJ Daniel there. He's now the deputy mayor of New York City, which is good stuff. New York City could use a better mayor. Either way, next up we got man is arrested for burning an American flag outside of the White House. We're just going to go ahead and jump right into this. Now, this guy thought he was protesting President Trump's executive order saying you can no longer burn American flags without spending a year in jail. So he's out here testing the waters. Go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
Do this for every single one of you American citizens. We burn this flag in protest to that president. We do this for respect for our citizens and our constitutional rights. What? I'm not putting it out. I can burn it. It's my right. Executive order that President Trump put forward today. According to that executive order, I should be in prison. It's fire now. Starting to fire, so we're trying to bring it over here. Second thing is to show that this president and his lackeys do not believe in the First Amendment right. You simply burn a flag within what, a 2-foot circle on brick, and you get detained. They can't tell you why you're detained. Broken the law.
What is your name?
We're gonna walk down this way. Jay. Jay, speak about remembering your oath. Good. Yeah, remember your oath.
Name is Jack K.
Okay, so like I said, that guy really thought he was doing something. He might be the first person to go to jail for a year for burning an American flag. Congratulations to him. What an idiot. What an idiot. We've seen people get arrested for burning rainbow flags and BLM flags, and it's about time somebody got arrested for burning American flags. Next up, Illinois Governor Pritzker responds to Trump's threat to send National Guard to Chicago. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about DJ Daniel, as well as this dumbass that just got arrested for burning an American flag. You squawking at Klaus Daniels? Get up here. Goodness. Russell, go directly to jail. Do not collect 200 doll hairs. Yeah, I wonder if he's actually going to get a year or if they're just going to hold him for a while and then let him go. They could give him disorderly. I always wondered that. How come if you burn a flag, you just didn't get disorderly conduct? If you go outside and you just start screaming and be a nuisance, you can get disorderly. Disorderly is kind of like a catch-all. Matt Rogers, scumbag. He is a scumbag. Russell, love that kid. Talking about DJ Daniel. What's up here, Juicer? Happy freedom to you. Matt Rogers, first Democrat to support the kid. Yep, you're right. I didn't think of that. Vinny C, these morons just want attention. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, he didn't do anything. He just went out there and burned that flag just so everybody can take a gander at him. Now he's famous. He can be famous while he sits in jail. What's up, Butterfly? Happy freedom. What's up, Major? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Tony Rez? Happy freedom. Tony Rez, so which part of the First Amendment are we going to follow? Well, I think everyone's waiting for SCOTUS to rule on it, because SCOTUS originally said that burning the flag was a part of free speech, which I still don't understand how that all works. But now that there's an executive order, I think we got to wait for SCOTUS to rule on it again to say either the executive order is going to be thrown out or they're going to start following the executive order. What's up, Plastic Quack? Happy freedom. Plastic Quack, burn that shit in front of us, you'd be catching hands. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to just stand there and let somebody burn the flag in front of me. What's up, Cass? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Beck Frank? Happy freedom to you. They should use him as an example and send him to the clink. That might be what's going on. What's up, Sage Pup? Happy freedom. Magic Moon, he has no respect. Yeah. He just wanted that attention. Cass, love him. Talking about DJ Daniel. Plastic Quack, DJ is a national treasure. Yeah, I'm sure it's not the last time we're going to see DJ Daniel. We've covered him a lot. And he brings other kids to be deputized and stuff like that too. I think the last time we covered DJ Daniel, that's what it was. It was like another 6 kids or something were getting deputized and becoming honorary officers, but I don't remember where it was. Was it Bad Time? Oh, thanks, Cass. I appreciate it. No, I'm not sick. I broke my voice yesterday. Getting mad, screaming my vocal cords right out of my throat. Sky, dude needs a lesson in 18 U.S. Code 700. He needs his ass kicked. That's what he needs. Guess who? The guy arrested in D.C. light the flag on fire with accelerant and lighter fluid, which is a crime on federal land due to fire risk. The left-wing outrage mob on X is getting community notes over it. That's interesting. That's funny. I can't wait to check that out after the live. I like the community notes over on X. It's not like fact checkers, but it's funny, especially when elected Democrats are talking shit. And then all of a sudden they get corrected in the community notes and get called out for being liars. Love that. What's up, Ball? Happy freedom. Yeah, I'm trying, Ball. I thought I was going to be back tip-top today, but I guess not. One more day. Tomorrow my voice will sound normal. Also, I am considering, and I know you guys ain't going to want to hear this, but this is my idea for the premium live stream. We have to do the premium live stream, I think, this week. I think we got 3 days, counting today, to get that 5 hours of premium live streaming in. Now, I don't want to cover the news when you guys can't watch the news, because I'm pretty sure if I click the premium button on Rumble Studio, it's going to cut off all the rest of the lives. I think it'll make it so we're exclusively on Rumble, and you'll have to have Rumble Premium, or you'll have to be an official Hooligan in order to see the live. And so what I think we're going to do is later on today, I think we're going to just play the game for 2 hours. I don't know what else to do. I don't want to cover the news to nobody in the chat, and I can't figure out a workaround. So I think we might just play the game and promote Jeff Mac Gaming and maybe tag the link in the chat so anybody that does show up while we're running the clock out, you guys can go subscribe to Jeff Mac Gaming, because I don't know what else to do. And like I said, I don't want to share the news to nobody. So this might be the only way we're going to knock out the 5 hours. But we could do 2 hours of gaming today, 2 hours of gaming tomorrow, and then an hour on Thursday. And then also we're supposed to be on Just Gina and Third's podcast. We're going to be guesting over there on Thursday, I think at 10 p.m. Eastern time. I don't know. We're going to have to double check the time. But we are going to be doing our first guest appearance on somebody else's live on Thursday. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'll get the details nailed down and we'll start putting all of that out probably tomorrow in the chat. But these are my ideas of what we're going to do with the premium live. I don't know what else to do. Either way, we're going to read through the chat a little bit more. And like I said, next up we got Illinois Governor Pritzker telling President Trump not to come. He's worried about Trump coming. Snuggs, are you feeling better? I'm fine. I'm not sick. I broke my voice out of anger. Snuggs, DJ was at the White House. No, not the last time we covered him. Just Jana, it is 10 p.m. Eastern time. Thank you for letting me know. Butterfly, read some ads during the premium. I could, I guess. We're covered on the ads. The only thing we don't have is the 5 hours of premium live streaming. What's up, Bright Gaming? Happy Freedom. Bright Gaming, if you don't know what to do, play Zelda. Well, I don't know. We got a lot of games we could play. I don't have Zelda, though. I don't have Zelda. We'll see. Kevin, you're famous now. Nah, I don't know about all that. Gina, how are you ingressing? What do you mean? How am I streaming to Rumble Studio from Streamlabs? Kevin, do it on Saturday? I can't. Friday's the last day. Otherwise, I would just do 5 hours of gaming on Sunday. But Friday's the last day. We got to have all the time in Friday. Also, on Friday, I'm not going to be able to do the voice chat. I have something really important I have to do on Friday, and we might even have to leave Coffee with Hooligans early to do it. We'll see. It's a very busy week this week. Tony Rez, DJ, a true American hero. That dude rocks. I agree. What's up, Metal Mouth? Happy Freedom to you. Jenny, you better rest your voice for Thursday. Yeah, I know. I can't break it anymore. I gotta let it heal. Kevin, play DayZ. Do you got PC? Because DayZ is not cross-platform. What's up, Ramsey? Happy Freedom to you. Russell wants a 5 hour live stream. I don't think we can do it all at once. What's up, Too Real? Happy Freedom to you. I appreciate you, man. What's up, Junie Bug? Happy Freedom. What's up, Energy Woman? Happy Freedom to you. All right, Hooligans, we're going to move forward. Like I said, Jesus loves us. Hold on a second. Like I said, Illinois Governor Pritzker responds to Trump's threat to send National Guard to Chicago. But before we get into this, I want to remind you, Hooligans, if you'd like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chat on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out as we're making Saturdays more fun. Let's get this pulled up about Pritzker worrying about Trump coming. I think that's why he stands there with his mouth open. Come on, YouTube. You be taking all damn day. Holy. Hit that like button if you haven't already. And let's get into this.
President Trump is threatening to send National Guard troops to more Democratic-run cities in what he's calling a crime emergency. But local officials, including some in Chicago, say they're not needed with crime trending down anyway. ABC's Rena Roy has the latest.
A blunt message from the governor of Illinois to President Trump.
Mr. President, do not come to Chicago.
Governor J.B. Pritzker slamming the White House after Trump threatened to send National Guard troops to Chicago to address crime.
Chicago Everybody knows how bad it is. They should be saying, please come in.
Chicago police say homicides have gone down 50% since 2021 after surging dramatically during the pandemic.
This is about Donald Trump searching for any justification to deploy the military in a blue city, in a blue state, to try and intimidate his political rivals.
According to police, violent crime is also down in the nation's capital, reaching a 30-year low this year, even before the deployment. But Trump has sent 2,200 guard troops there who are armed and walking the streets, some tasked with cleaning up the district.
We're really proud to be a part of defending the nation's capital and ensuring it is safe and beautiful and working with law enforcement.
Yesterday, Trump touting the work the National Guard has done in D.C.
We've had 0 murders in the last week.
But overnight, D.C. police responded to a shooting where one person died. According to the Council on Criminal Justice, the cities with the 2 highest homicide rates, St. Louis and New Orleans, though run by Democrats, both are in states with Republican governors.
You've talked a lot about Democratic-run cities and states. Would you also consider sending the National Guard into red states and red cities that are also seeing high crime?
Sure, but there aren't that many of them.
Now, Trump says he's also looking to send troops to other Democratic-run cities like Baltimore and New York, but wants the invitation first. New York's police commissioner telling U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi that crime is down in the city and the NYPD can handle it. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Okay, Pritzker all worried about President Trump. Now, of course, the media wants to continuously lie and say, oh, crime's been down and this, that, and the other. I think this stuff is crazy considering we cover the news every damn day and the crime is always happening in blue areas, and then they're like, nah, there's no crime here. Yeah, there is, or I wouldn't have a fucking job. Like, yes, there is crime there, but they just don't want to look bad any worse than they already do. And by President Trump sending National Guard there, it kind of knocks them out of their delusion that they're running the state pretty good. Either way, I think National Guard's gonna end up in Chicago. Next up, we're going to be seeking the death penalty. Trump on murders in D.C. It's coming up next, but first we're gonna hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about Pritzker crying because President Trump might send the National Guard out to Chicago. What's up, Simply Witchy? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Larry? Happy freedom to you. Matt Rogers, crime's down because they're not reporting it. Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I wonder how they dictate that stuff. Because if you arrest somebody and then you let them go, then you never got a conviction. So are they counting convictions? Because of course convictions would be low if all they're doing is cashless bail and letting criminals out on, dropping the charges and stuff like that. Well, then you'd have no convictions. And so, yeah, on paper, of course, it would look like there's no crime because the judges aren't doing their job, their prosecuting attorneys aren't doing their job, and for a long time the police weren't doing their job because they were told to stand down. Hey, I'm glad you're with us, Larry. So, Shroomish, happy freedom. Shroomish, if you join Discord, you'll get notifications right when we start the live. Ramsey, all major cities are blue. What are they talking about? They're just lying their faces off. That's what they do. Tony Rez, once the government is in, they don't leave. As the Middle East, got to be a better solution. Yeah, I don't want to see military staying because it'll be like martial law without it actually being martial law. Kevin, I don't know. Last time I tried to play DayZ, I couldn't. There was no cross-platform. Maybe they updated it. What's up, Rappy? Happy freedom to you. Beck Frank. It's okay about the voice chat. I have to get ready for Beer Fest outing for my birthday anyways. That's awesome, Beck Frank. Your birthday is coming up. I think we got 3 hooligans that got birthdays coming up. Yes. Beck Frank, your birthday is right around the corner. Hey, thank you, Metal Mouth. I appreciate it. I'm sure my voice will be back tomorrow. What's up, Stern? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Rad? Happy freedom. I don't get why he's focusing on Chicago. There's a lot of worse cities. Yeah, I wish he would send National Guard out to Portland. That's where it's really needed, is in Portland. What's up, Buckeye? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Wayne? Happy freedom. Alright, hooligans, we're going to move forward here. What's up, Jay Spray? Happy freedom to you. Like I said, the next video is we're going to be seeking the death penalty. Trump on murders in D.C. This is from earlier today. Come on, GoofTube. Taking all day today. Anyways, hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube. And let's get into this.
So we're bringing education back to the states, to put it in a more simple fashion. We're going to let the states educate our children again. And, you know, we're rated out of 40 countries, we're 38, 39, or 40. So obviously, it's not working what they've been doing for the last 30, 40 years. And if you go back, the best are like Norway, Denmark, Sweden, some of the other, Finland, they're very highly rated. If you go back to just take a look at anything you want to do, you just look at us in the past. If we gave Iowa or gave Indiana or gave, and I don't say every one of them, you know, a guy like Gavin Newsom's not going to do well. Certain states won't do well. But even California, you cut it up into sections. You have Riverside, you have this, you have that. You cut it into 5 sections. And, you know, if you had a good governor, you'd be able to do well. But certain states will be able to compete with Denmark, Norway, Sweden, and everyone. It'll be just as good. So I figure you have close to 40 of those states. Mm-hmm. And then you'll have 10, you'll have 5 that won't be very good. You have 5 disasters, and we'll have to work on those disasters. But for the most part, we will have education that will go zooming up in those charts, just like we have in everything else we've done. And I think it's one of the most important things we're doing at this table. So bringing education back to the states where you have the parents running it, where you have the school boards that are local. We have people running from Washington that have never even been to the state that they're in charge of. They've never even been there, and I don't think they care about it. So we want to close up the Washington buildings, sell the buildings off, let somebody else get rich with the real estate, because it'll be a crime-free city. By the way, speaking of that, anybody murders something in the Capitol, capital punishment, capital punishment. If somebody kills somebody in the Capitol, Washington, D.C., we're going to be seeking the death penalty. And that's a very strong preventative. And everybody that's heard it agrees with it. I don't know if we're ready for it in this country, but where you have it, it is, we have no choice. So in D.C. and Washington, states are going to have to make their own decision. But if somebody kills somebody, like you could have been killed, very lucky you didn't get killed, it's the death penalty, okay?
All right, like I said, President Trump from earlier today. At first, they're talking about the education system and having the states control education because doing it federally just hasn't been working. Then they're talking about how if someone kills a person in D.C., they will be facing the death penalty. It'll be interesting to see how D.C. is affected. I'm sure the Democrats are going to go out there and cry about that. They're going to say that's really unfair to all the murderers out there. You need to let them victimize the community. Next up, we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about President Trump seeking the death penalty for murders in D.C. Russell, if you kill someone, then we kill you back. Yeah, that's how it's going. Matt Rogers, this should be nationwide. See, the only thing I worry about is what if it looks like murder, but it's actually manslaughter? Like, or what if it was an accident and they're charging you with murder, but it was actual accidental death? You know, like, I worry about those kind of things. I think if somebody is a murderer, then, you know, they should face those consequences. But I just mean in those situations where it's not clear, because the difference between murder and manslaughter sometimes is just intention. And if they can't prove the intention, it could go either way. And so I worry about those situations. But otherwise, yeah, it's a huge deterrent on murdering people if you're facing the death penalty as a consequence. Yeah, Larry, I agree. Russell, we're going to see blue states have poor education and red states succeed. Well, it's hard to say, because it depends how they test out. That's the thing, is like, you could have a classroom full of idiots and not teach them shit until it's test day, and then go through and help them all answer all the questions on the tests. And then when you submit all those test scores, it looks like everybody's doing really well. But that's because you can't tell how much a teacher is actually helping the students inside the class. That's the thing, is there's so much fucking corruption everywhere that things don't work the way they're supposed to, because everybody is busy cutting corners and using loopholes and, you know, doing bad things when no one's looking. So, I mean, I think if everything was straight up, then yeah, you would see red states excel past blue states in a lot of different ways. But as long as blue states are, you know, run by blue people who are corrupt, then they're going to continue to cut corners, which is going to make them look good. Just like the crime situation we were just talking about. If they don't report crime or they don't have convictions, it looks like crime's low. But is crime low if you're being carjacked by 13-year-olds? We had to cover a story about, I don't remember if it was a 13-year-old or 16, I think it was a 13-year-old. Pulled open the passenger door of someone's vehicle, was trying to steal the car or something, but there was a guy in the driver's seat. So when they opened the door, the guy shot the 13-year-old and killed him. And then his buddy, the other teenager, ran because they were out there doing carjacking and all that shit. Like, you can't have it both ways. Low numbers doesn't equal low crime, just like high numbers doesn't necessarily equal high education. It just is numbers that somebody manipulated. Like when KJP used to come out every day for the press briefing and be like, oh, look at the numbers, look at the numbers. And we all would sit here like, you can't trust those numbers. Like the polls. You can't trust the polls. Those numbers are manipulated. That's the problem with getting numbers from these people, is they manipulate the numbers themselves. What's up, Dual Helix? Happy freedom to you. What's up, 10 Man? Happy freedom to you. Dual Helix. There are lies, damn lies, and statistics. That's right. What's up, Otters? Happy freedom to you. Just Jane, it's a slippery slope. I think so too. Kevin, a life for a life is what it should be. It's how it was back in the day. Frontier justice. Magic Moon, let him walk the plank. Yep. Tony Rez, I noticed that too. I don't know why Rubio was looking at President Trump like he was a hot fudge sundae. I don't know why it was like that. Jana, he needs to come to Boston. Yep. He needs to clean up all those places. Plastic Whack, the only number that matters is 0. Let me know when they got 0 crime. Yeah, absolutely. Scott, watch George Carlin, American Dream. Education isn't going to get any better, but be happy with what you get. Yeah. Nerman, I've been waiting for you to fuck up. You finally did it. Can you catch? Because I'm throwing the hammer. Rad. Just checked on where Chicago is rated on crime. It's the 29th. Interesting. So there's 28 states that are worse than Chicago. I have a hard time believing that. What's up, Southern Eagleman? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Sean? Happy freedom to you. Sean, I miss old Buckwheat Pierre. Didn't she turn Republican, or was that another psyop? Didn't she become independent or something like that? That was the last time I seen her, is when she was talking that shit. I don't know. The only reason I miss her is I miss making fun of her. Her and Jim Balsacki. Like, the press briefings we have now are fine, but we can't really make fun of... I can't even think what the fuck her name is right now. It's right off the top of my head. Whatever our current press secretary is. Caroline Leavitt. Can't really make fun of Caroline Leavitt. She's good at her job, and that's great. But I like making fun of people. So, I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait till we get a bad press secretary. Darn it, our press secretary is too good. What's up, Mr. Lynn? Happy freedom. Simply witchy, more people might plead out to lesser charge if there's a possibility of a death sentence. Yeah, and a lot of that is up to the prosecuting attorney and stuff too. They have to offer a lesser deal, like a plea deal. Major, just make fun of Bondi instead. We don't cover Bondi a lot, but yeah, we do make fun of her. Sage Pup, circle back, Balsacki. Yeah, I miss making fun of her. She was too easy. Either way, moving forward here, like I said, we got our midlife break coming up next. But first, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to join the membership program over on Rumble and become an official hooligan, all you have to do is click that big red subscribe button right below where you type in the chat. Now, if you're on Android and using the Rumble app, you're unable to see that big red subscribe button. So you got to go to rumble.com, the website, log in, come to the chat, and like I said, right below where you type in the chat, you will see that big red subscribe button. Click that button and jump through the hoops, and your name will be highlighted as an official Rumble hooligan. You'll have access to our custom emojis. We got chapstick emojis, scream and goat emojis, Klaus Daniels emojis, President Trump emojis, and more. It's a lot of fun during the live, especially during a Trump live. So definitely go join the membership program over on Rumble. Let's get this funny video pulled up real quick, and then we'll get back into the news. Into the nudes. Now this is a little bit longer than normal. Usually I don't pick funny videos that are more than a minute, but this one's pretty good. This was provided by Metal Mouth, and it's titled Baby Review.
What's up, everyone? Here is my 4-month product review of this baby. Okay, so delivery takes a while, 9+ months, but the product so far has absolutely exceeded expectations. Super lightweight, surprisingly durable, and that new baby smell is just chef's kiss. Now, the learning curve, steep, not gonna lie to you guys, but once you figure out the whole kind of crying equals needs something algorithm, it's pretty intuitive. Now, the smile feature is absolutely game-changing. You know, instant dopamine hit every single time. Battery life is only about 90 minutes, and sleep mode still has some bugs, but support says that will be patched in the next update. Now, performance, okay, this thing is a machine. Processes milk at just incredible speeds, converts directly to energy and growth. The learning AI is honestly impressive. You know, babies, they're a lot like having your own personal LLM if LLMs also peed on you. Now, the features, the cute factor is off the charts. Definitely enterprise grade adorability, advanced grip functionality, surprisingly good audio. You know, frankly, the volume could be a little bit lower. And pro tip, the cuddle feature is absolutely worth the premium pricing. Overall, I would definitely recommend this product for families looking to scale. Yeah, they're resource intensive and they require significant investment. It's kind of like a expensive SaaS subscription with no cancellation policy, but the ROI is already showing massive gains in happiness metrics. So that's my review. Stay tuned for future product updates. Time to go change a diaper. All right, I'm out.
Baby review. All right, hooligans, getting back into the news. Next up, we have why a judge blocked Kilmar Abrego Garcia's deportation to Uganda. Let's go ahead and get this pulled up real quick. Come on, GoofTube. Jesus loves us. Real bad today. Either way, hit that like button if you haven't already. And let's get into this.
A federal judge has temporarily blocked the Trump administration from deporting him, and his attorneys are now fighting to keep him in the U.S. As you may remember, Abrego Garcia was detained just yesterday during an immigration check-in, and that was just days after being released from criminal custody. CBS News legal reporter Katrina Kaufman has been following this case and joins us now with more. Good morning, Katrina. So what do we know about the judge's reasoning for temporarily blocking this man's deportation?
Good morning, Errol. This has been such a journey for Kilmar Abrego Garcia. And what the judge is saying right now is, for one, she's concerned about allegations by his attorney that Kilmar Abrego Garcia was offered a plea deal by the government, Errol. They said if he pled guilty to these human smuggling charges against him in Tennessee, they would send him to Costa Rica. He could live there as a lawful citizen. He would have protections. If not, they said they would deport him to Uganda. He refused to plead guilty to those charges, which he denies any guilt of. And now they are, in fact, trying to deport him to Uganda. And what the judge said is that these allegations raise alarms. She said, quote, "You can't condition the relinquishing of a constitutional right in that regard. You have the right to due process, to a trial for these charges." She also noted that there's nothing in the record that indicates that Uganda would give him any protections. With Costa Rica, he was told that he could live there as a lawful citizen. So she's concerned about what could happen to him if he's sent to Uganda, if he could then end up back in El Salvador, where he is not supposed to be sent to under a previous protection order here in the United States, Errol. So she wants to have a hearing and consider this further before he is sent out of the country, and she has barred the government from doing so.
And we see footage from him yesterday before he was taking part in his ICE check-in and before he was detained, where a lot of his supporters emphasized that his case and all the twists and turns emphasize the importance of due process, the difference between an allegation and proof in a court of law to prove the allegation. Can you just explain the government's position and why they say he should be deported for a second time, considering so many judges have made sure that he has been released from U.S. detention?
Errol, we're still waiting to hear more about specifically what they are raising here for deporting him a second time. But Secretary Kristi Noem made a statement. She said that President Trump is not going to allow this illegal alien who's an MS-13 gang member, a human trafficker, a domestic abuser, to terrorize American citizens any longer. These are their allegations against Kilmar Abrego Garcia. He, of course, denies them.
All right, Katrina Kaufman in Los Angeles, 7:27 there in the morning. Katrina.
All right. So like I said before, we got a doubly. So we have a little bit more about Kilmar Abrego Garcia. This next one is the attorney for Kilmar Abrego Garcia says that her client will require many years of therapy to move past what he has suffered. So poor baby human trafficker here, continuing on about how everyone needs to feel bad for him. Let's do the thing.
I wonder what he has shared with you about that ordeal, including his time at that Salvadoran prison, Sacat. What has all of this been like?
I think his family has suffered immeasurably, and I think it will take many years, including therapy, for him to move past what he suffered. He released his statement about what he went through our filings. And I think they speak for itself. I mean, he suffered unimaginable hardships, physical harm while there.
I wonder what.
Okay, so That is all the news we have on Kilmar Abrego Garcia for today, because he's in the news every damn day. Next up, we have jaw-dropping video shows border crosser driver sucker punching rider. Now, I don't really think he sucker punched him, but he did knock him out. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about Kilmar Abrego Garcia. Once again, they're saying that, or they're claiming that the government offered him a plea deal, saying if he pleads guilty, he'll be sent to Costa Rica and he'll be given citizenship. But if he doesn't take the plea deal, then he'll be sent to Uganda. Then they mention that if he is sent to Uganda, there's no mention of him having legal status. So when he gets to Uganda, they may deport his ass back to El Salvador. And they're worried about that not being okay, because years ago, some judge made a ruling that he can't be sent back to El Salvador because he's afraid for his life. That's why when he was sent to El Salvador to go to the CCOT, that's why they keep saying it was a mistake, is because he wasn't supposed to be sent there. But he was, though. He was. They just didn't agree with the judge's order, and they didn't follow the judge's ruling. That's what they did wrong. But he still deserved to be in CCOT, deserved to be deported back home to El Salvador. But, blue team crying really hard, doing everything they can to keep this person here. So far it's working, but I can't wait for his ass to be deported. Who knows? He might come back. He's like a boomerang. Either way, hop in the chat. And like I said, next up, we got an illegal Uber driver knocking out his riders. Matt Rogers, he looked perfectly healthy having cocktails with American politicians while in jail. Yeah, absolutely. Even when he came back saying he was mentally tortured, Boo Kelly put out videos of him looking like he was at summer camp. They were gardening and playing table tennis, and all kinds of stuff was going on. Russell, 22 minutes until 3 Starship launch attempt. Interesting. What's up, guess Happy Freedom. Snooks, I don't know how Uganda got picked, but that's funny. Yeah. Russell, deport that asshole to Siberia. Somewhere. Get him out of here. Matt Rogers, SCOTUS already ruled this on this. Kick his ass out. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Butterfly. I know. What's up, God Rides a Harley? Happy Freedom. God Rides a Harley. He's afraid of rival gangs, but he's not in a gang. Yeah, exactly. Goth, I have a bad feeling that he can win the lawsuit because the admin admitted a mistake and then brought him back. They didn't bring him back because of the mistake, though. They brought him back to hold him accountable for human trafficking because the traffic stop video went viral. If that wouldn't have happened, then maybe they wouldn't have brought him back. But I don't think they should have brought him back anyways. He was already serving time in prison. Serving time in prison and serving time in prison. They should have just extended his stay. Really, they shouldn't have deported him back here. They let him go on Friday. Then he was arrested again on Monday by ICE. And it's just... they're allowing this to happen. What's up, my feed? Happy Freedom to you. Major boo-hoo. That's what I'm saying. SagePup, make him Diddy's cellmate. I bet he'll want to go to the Costa Rica option quick. I think you're right. My feed, get him out of here. He doesn't belong here. Yeah, I mean, it's real easy. I don't know why they're making this so difficult. Thanks so much, Just Jana, for gifting a sub over on Rumble. You're badass. Thank you so much for the support. That's awesome. Scott, cry me a river. Yeah, for real. Rad, I don't get why why go to Uganda. I don't know. I don't know how that happened. I don't know if Uganda volunteered or what. Because I know there was countries that did volunteer. So if an illegal can't go back to their own country, they can go to one of these other ones. Otherwise, I don't know how they landed on Uganda. What's up, Corey Luca? Happy freedom. What's up, Louise? Happy freedom to you. Hey, co-send him to Zimbabwe. He probably like it out there. MU, we need a moon base Alcatraz. What would they call it? Asteroid Alcatraz. Alright, hooligans, we're going to move forward here. Like I was saying, next up we got jaw-dropping video shows border crosser Uber driver sucker punching the rider. Now, I don't know why they said sucker punch, because it's not. They were already having a disagreement, so I don't know. But either way, he did get knocked out. That did happen. He did get knocked out. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
Welcome back. So our next guest is suing Uber after a shocking attack, which was all caught on camera. Take a look at this. An illegal immigrant driver was seen sucker punching him in the face and knocking him out. That attack left him hospitalized with a brain injury, and he is now here to join us and tell us all about what happened here. His name is Brian Coble, and he's the CEO of TC Biofarm. Brian, thanks for coming on this morning. We're glad you're okay right now. Before we get into talking about the suspect here, just fill us in on what led up to this. There's no audio in that video, but we see the guy just get out of the car, you're holding your dog, and then he just clocks you in the face. What happened?
You know, it was a very innocuous interaction. We had gone to get in the car, as is typical. I leaned in with the service animal to ensure that he was okay with the pet being with me. He said, no pets. I said, she's a service animal. We clarified that. He objected 2 more times, at which point, which happens regularly, I told him, look, cancel the ride and we'll move on, right? I'm not here to impose that issue if he's uncomfortable. We walked around the back of the car. Next thing I know, he's out of the car in my face. I put my hand out saying, get your car, and that's it. Next thing I know, I'm on my back in the hospital.
And here's the profile on this guy, if we can pull this up. He's an illegal immigrant from Russia, 42 years old. He illegally crossed into the sanctuary state of California back in 2022. Then, as usual, was caught and released into the U.S. by the Biden administration. After he attacked you, he was arrested for second-degree assault and battery, then was released on a $10,000 bond. But he is now in ICE custody, and ICE is seeking to deport him. You found all that out after the fact. What was your reaction?
You know, I was shocked. Uber is a $200 billion company. When you get in a car with the Uber sticker on it, it carries that brand weight. It carries the trust that you have in that brand. They imbue it into these drivers. So you would have assumed, and I had up until that date, that they do background checks. They vet these individuals, that they've got a stringent process that's difficult to evade. And apparently that's not the case. You know, so I was taken aback, and it made me wonder, you know, how often has this person done it? How many other times is this going to happen? And how do you change that narrative and fix this so that it doesn't happen to somebody else?
And then I understand after this happened, Uber suspended your account while the driver was allowed to keep driving, even though you provided hospital records showing what happened. Fill us in. What did Uber do? How did they handle this?
Yeah, in fact, he picks up an Uber ride about 2 minutes later after leaving me for death, effectively. So when I got out of the hospital, I realized my account had been suspended. I corresponded with Uber. I sent them the hospital records. I sent them the police report. I actually sent them the contact information for the detective who was working on the case at the time, as well as had them speak to an eyewitness, and gave them my account along with pictures of the actual injuries. About 48 to 72 hours later, Uber just deactivated my account. So it appears to me that this is sort of their MO, right? Which is put yourselves, your end users, your riders in a dangerous situation. If something bad happens, disavow any sort of liability, any responsibility, any accountability. Throw your hands up and say it's got nothing to do with us, and then vilify the victims and attack us. And that seems to be their process. And you know that's a very immoral way to go about your business, especially when you're a multi-billion-dollar global organization. You would think there would be a little more interest in humans out here.
And real quick, just want to tag out with what Uber is saying about all this. They say, quote, "There's no place for violence on the Uber platform. While we can't comment on pending litigation, Uber is deeply committed to safety and complies with all applicable federal, state, and local laws and regulations around worker eligibility." Brian, got about 10 seconds left here. Just looking for a yes or no. Have they reached out to you to talk about any potential settlement here?
Not even a little, and that'll tell you exactly what that statement that they lay out really means, right? What commitment to safety do you have if you're unwilling to speak about safety here?
Yeah. Well, Brian, thank you so much for coming on. Wishing the best for you and your health, and please keep us posted on how that lawsuit plays out.
Thanks for having me, Bill. I appreciate your time today.
Thanks.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley.
Okay. So like I said, he got knocked out by an illegal Uber driver. That sucks. That sucks. That guy should not be here, and then he's out here knocking out Americans. It's just not good. Either way, hopefully he wins the lawsuit there. They're saying that the man tried to get an Uber. The driver, who wasn't illegal, pulled up. The guy tried to see if it was okay for his service animal to be in the car, and after the driver said no, the man had canceled his Uber ride, and then the driver just knocked him the fuck out. The driver was arrested for second-degree assault and battery, and now the driver is being detained by ICE and he's facing deportations. The victim is suing Uber because they're putting their customers at risk by hiring illegals. After the incident, Uber suspended his account. So it's like Uber's retaliating against him because of what the illegal did, which makes sense because I think if they did anything else, it would look like they're at fault. It would look like guilt. And so I'm not saying what they did is right, but I think they're doing it strategically for legal reasons. So hopefully this will all go down in court, and this guy maybe awarded some doll hairs for having to deal with this piece of shit illegal that was driving the Uber. Either way, next up we got missing California baby. Parents of Emmanuel Haro has been arrested. There's a follow-up. This might be our third follow-up on the situation. Get more details about these parents that their child supposedly was missing, but the police don't believe it because they stopped cooperating and their stories are inconsistent. So now they're both in jail. What's really interesting is they pulled the father out of jail to go and search for the baby, and I don't really know why they did that. But they did. Either way, it's coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this illegal Uber driver fist fighting with the rider. Larry, this is what Uber does on both ends. If you call and complain, they deactivate you, whether you're a driver or a rider. Interesting. It's an interesting way of handling things. Russell, Uber's all about making money. Yeah. Sounds like the crowd's on demand guy. The CEO that we've covered twice now. Guess I might be calling Uber, request that driver and beat his ass. Yeah, for real. Uber driver gets abducted. Simply Witchy, Uber has a lot of issues with sexual harassment, assault, and regular assault. Not the first time they're being sued. Yeah, I'm sure. Matt Rogers, of course they cancel the victim. Yep. That's how these mega corporations are. Hair juicer, 1 star, no tip. I'll give you a tip, buddy. Simply Witchy, he doesn't look Russian. No. He kind of look like Asian Pee Wee Herman. Larry, isn't Uganda a cannibal country? I mean, we can only hope. Is that where old man Walter's uncle was eaten alive? What's up, James? Happy freedom to you. Major, all these shitbag American companies need to stop hiring illegals. I absolutely agree. They need to hold these companies accountable. Hiring illegals is illegal because chances are they're not paying taxes. They're here illegally. So now you're committing tax fraud, tax evasion and stuff as a company. But nobody's like enforcing this shit around here. Sage Pup, if he's here illegally, how can Uber legally hire him? That's what I'm saying. So with the Uber statement or whatever, they were like, oh, we're following all the laws. That was the first thing I thought of too. If you're following all the laws, how'd you hire an illegal? How did that happen? Cass, there's been multiple people using an account too. What do you mean? Or are you not talking about the story? Goth, wow, I can't believe they deactivated his account. Yep. Trying to make him go away, I think. What's up, Puffin Stuff? Happy freedom to you. Major Dude's about to be rich as fuck if he wins this lawsuit. Major open audit all American companies. To a certain degree, yeah, they need to do something because there's no reason they should be hiring illegals. What's up, Roy? Happy freedom to you. My feed, just like India truck drivers living in their trucks and sending money back home. Yeah. What's up, Too Old to Care? Happy freedom. Glamour rating the live. Thank you so much, Glamour, for rating us over on Rumble. You're a badass, Glamour. Thank you so much. So cool. Welcome, Raiders. Guess call an illegal Uber driver, have him take you to ICE and get a reward. Sounds like a plan, guess I appreciate all of you guys joining us. Thank you, Glamour. Stoner, I wish an Uber driver knocked me out. Whatever floats your boat, buddy. I don't want to be knocked out by an illegal Uber driver. Not unless I'm really going to win some doll hairs, but with my luck, I wouldn't. I have a concussion instead. So relax. Happy freedom to you. What's your name? We'll go with Z. Happy freedom to you, Z. What's up, Emily? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Crickleberry? Happy freedom to you. Post Malone. The dog was good, but fuck that guy. Yeah. Yeah, I know. When I saw the replay on that too, the guy fell. He almost fell on the dog when he got knocked out. But the dog was okay. Crickleberry, I want to be knocked out by Glamour. Don't tempt me with a good time. Holy. Throwing them hands. What's up, Mike T? Happy freedom to you. My feed, woohoo, Raiders. I agree. Guess who? Which left-wing state gave the illegal a driver's license? That's why they're not flagged. My best guess. That could be guess who. I don't know. I still don't understand how he got employed. And I think it took place in California. But I might be wrong. Let me see. Maybe we can figure out what state they're in. South Carolina. No, yeah. I think that's where it happened, South Carolina. Which means there probably will be some accountability. Sage Pub dude went down like he had a glass jaw. Yeah, he looks like he's never been punched in the face before. What's up, Steve 4? Happy freedom to you. Get rid of the service dog and get a protection dog. Problem solved. No, his problem was that he had a dog and he couldn't bring a dog in the car. So having a dog is still having a dog. I don't think that fixes his problem. What's up, Marys? Happy freedom to you. Kalamazoo had an Uber gig. Doesn't surprise me. There, he was going under somebody else's account. Yeah, I could see that. All right, hooligans, we're going to move forward here. Like I was saying, next up we got missing California baby. Parents of Emmanuel Haro arrested. Now, the last time we covered a follow-up, they were telling us about them being arrested, but we got some more details on the situation. As far as I know, they still haven't found the baby's body, but we are getting some details. Make sure you hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
As prosecutors are still weighing charges against the parents of Emmanuel Haro, this is the missing boy's mother right there on the left-hand side of your screen. She maintains her innocence as she is behind bars. Mario Ramirez with Fox 11 LA has been following this story from the get-go and joins us live over in Riverside. And Mario, a very sad story here. What is the latest?
Yeah, it really is, Josh. Good morning to you. This has gripped the nation's attention since it was reported that 7-month-old baby Emmanuel Haro was missing. His mother initially reporting that he was kidnapped on August 14th out of the Inland Empire, but there were some inconsistencies in her story. According to sheriff's investigators, both parents have been arrested. They're behind bars this morning, and they're set to appear in court here at this Riverside County Courthouse as early as this afternoon, pending charges from the Riverside County District Attorney's Office. And while investigators have concluded that a kidnapping never occurred, Emmanuel's mother, Rebecca Haro, is speaking out from behind bars. She's sticking to her initial story. She spoke with the Southern California News Group, insisting that her child was kidnapped, saying that she wants to be out looking for her baby. Also speaking about her husband, saying he's a good dad and he wouldn't hurt a baby. Now, that interview from behind bars on the same day, Sunday, Jake Haro was seen pulled from his jail cell out in a remote field, joining investigators in the search off the 60 freeway in Moreno Valley. That's about 10 miles south of where baby Emmanuel was reported missing. San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies arresting the couple on Friday of last week at their home in Cabazon, both booked on suspicion of murder, and again, they're set to appear in court as early as today. Rebecca Haro, the boy's mother, initially telling authorities that infant had been kidnapped August 14th outside a Big Five sporting goods store in Yucaipa. Investigators determining that kidnapping never occurred based on surveillance footage and interviews with the parents. Jake and Rebecca Haro's other son, a 2-year-old, was removed from the family's home by Riverside County Children's Services, unharmed, we've learned, but as a precaution as that investigation continued. And prior to the parents being arrested, authorities said they conducted extensive searches in Yucaipa and Cabazon with those latest search efforts off of the 60 freeway in Moreno Valley. So again, Josh, here in Riverside County, both parents, Rebecca and Jake Haro, are expected to appear in court as early as this afternoon, and the Riverside District Attorney's Office expected to file those charges here in the next few hours. For now, that's the latest here on Mario Ramirez. Josh, will send it back to you.
And Mario, I did want to ask you, what happens next here in the legal process? As you mentioned, the parents could appear in court as early as later on today, but what's next as we see this all play out?
Well, right now, Jake and Rebecca Haro are being held without bail behind bars as we speak. And according to Riverside County jail records, the pending charge is felony murder with malice. So the next step is that official arraignment. Well, they'll appear in court and make pleas, but legal experts say it could be weeks, even months, possibly years before this eventually gets to a trial, considering the complexity of the case and the fact that that 7-month-old's baby, the baby's body has yet to be found as the search continues this morning, Josh.
All right, Mario Ramirez there at Fox 11 LA. Thank you so much.
All right. So like I said, follow-up video there. I'm sure it won't be the last one. They're saying that the mom did an interview from jail, and she's sticking to her story that the baby was kidnapped. She was crying, saying that she wishes she could be out there looking for the baby. She mentions that her husband is a good man and he wouldn't hurt a baby, even though he has like a child endangerment strike on his record. something like that. I don't know if it's child endangerment. It was, I want to say it was worse than child endangerment, but I can't remember what it was. It was something terrible though. Something that sounded awful. So it's interesting that she brought that up. But then they, for some reason, brought the father out of the jail to help search for the child. And I don't really know why they did that, because that kind of seems like a privilege. So I don't get it. I don't know why they did that, but they did. They had him out there walking around in his orangies, looking for the kid. So I don't know. Very weird. Their 2-year-old is currently with CPS right now, with Child Protective Services, which is probably a good thing considering he has a history of mistreating children. And well, she was the last one to be with her kid. Now the kid is missing, but obviously the police have declared the child dead. They're facing felony murder with malice, and in California, that's 25 to life. And so we'll see how this goes. I don't know if they're both facing those charges or if only the mother is facing the charges because she was the last one in possession of the child. But either way, somebody's facing 25 to life. And like I said, we will probably have a follow-up on the story. Next up, we got the last little bit of the news before we get into the fun stuff. This is Lefties Losing It, and it's titled CNN Meltdown Over John Bolton Raid. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about these parents of Emmanuel Haro. Hair juicer complexity. You leave with a baby and return without the baby. You're catching charges. Yeah, exactly, hair juicer. They're saying it could be years before they go to trial, and yeah, I don't really think it's that complex. I think they're just talking that shit because they haven't found the body yet. Once they find the body, I think things are going to move quickly, but we'll see. Hair juicer, my brother used to live there. Us people from San Fernando refer to them as the Valley of Dirt People. Interesting. I saw someone on Rumble say that. That's funny. The only reason I even know what San Fernando Valley is because of the Kush. Because they got San Fernando Valley Kush here. Guess whenever I see a rocket standing on the launch pad, it reminds me of when I was young. Holy. Reminiscing. What's up, Courtly? Happy freedom to you. Otters, her tears were real, not because she didn't know where the baby was, but because she knows where the baby is. Both is sad. Yeah. That's what I was saying too when we covered the story originally, is that she seemed like she's really crying, but I wonder if she's crying out of guilt, not because she, doesn't know where the baby is. What's up, Sergeant Tripod? Happy freedom to you. Rappy, they all have crazy eyes. Yeah. It's because I think they're trying to hide their guilt. Stoner asking Rumblebot, did they sell the baby or kill it? Rumblebot, neither. That's just a meme. Liberals might try to twist it though. Rumblebot is lost. Just completely lost. Sage Pop, this is so sad. I bet the parents forgot the kid in a hot car and now they're trying to cover it up. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, it could be. Damn. I bet so. Because I was thinking maybe it could have been Sid's too. And they're trying to cover it up. I'm going to have to close the slider. But she left and came back without the baby. I wonder if that is what happened. That's crazy. Otters, that black eye means she tried to stop him. Yeah, when we first covered this, everybody was trying to figure out why she's got a black eye. Stoner, they did it. I think you're right. Okay, I gotta close the slider. Hold on. Jeez, Klaus Daniels, they waking you up? Trying to take that nap. I know, gotta get your beauty rest. Out there with a leaf blower. We ain't even got no leaves. What are they doing outside? Back Frank, leaf blower sound effect. I knew it was loud, but I didn't think it was loud enough for you guys to be able to actually hear it. Cass, for sure, was out of guilt. That's what I think, yeah. Courtly off to the casino. Well, good luck to you, Courtly. Win big. Sagepipe, damn, your neighbor has a really loud dildo. I know. Try to tell them. They need to keep it down. I'm going to file a report. Totally care. They be blowing Jeff's mind. They're blowing something. But it ain't leaves. They're not blowing leaves. It ain't that cold yet. It got down to like 52 last night. It's been getting cold here. And the leaves are changing color. But it's too early to be out there blowing them leaves. They're blowing the leaves in the trees. We're just out there like this, giving the leaves a blowjob. Certain tripod. We need more leaf blower. No. Certain tripod. Throw a bike at it. I ain't got a bike to throw. Have to throw the cat. It'll be all right. Thank you for letting me know, Simply Witchy. Larry, baby killers should be treated with capital punishment. Yeah, I think so too. Guess I'm 52. Damn you, I had to call the AC guy today. Yeah, it's been getting cold. It's cold right now. Today's the first day since the snow melted that I've done the live without sitting on an ice pack. I don't even have the fans on right now. It's pretty cool up here right now. Certain Tripod 95 and humid as fuck here. Sorry to hear that. It's your dad. They can have a vibrator like that and you can't have AC? Yeah. It's, you know, I'm not one of the favorites. Oh, God. That's funny. I forgot about the emojis for a second there. Everybody throwing the green dildos in the chat now. Awesome. Scotty, South Park reference. It was some Puerto Rican guy. He went that away. I don't know if that'd work with those guys, though. Rad. Just saw this story about ChatGPT coaching a kid on how to smoke himself. Yeah, we've covered a couple stories like that. It's not good. Pretty soon there's going to be an age limit on AI. I could totally see that happening. What's up, Mr. Lynn? Happy freedom to you. 74, nice there. Not bad. Matt Rogers been hanging out between 96 and 98 for the last week and highly humid. I'm sitting in front of the desktop AC. Our central air can't keep up. Holy, man, Rogers. I'm sorry you guys are having a heat wave. I figured everybody was having cool weather. I guess I'll just have to keep it to myself. I was sitting here melting all damn summer. I'm just trying to enjoy that it's a little cooler out. Kevin, you should go outside and make louder noises to assert dominance. Do you hear my voice? I can't. I wish I could. I wish I could go out there and scream at them like I'm their dad, but I can't. I sound like shit right now. Sucks. Major Texas always hot. Yeah. Otters feel so good here in Wisconsin. Yeah. It's probably a little colder over there than it is here. Back Frank, meant to be 82 here today. Bring on spring. I love it. What do you mean you're waiting on spring right now? Every day I learn something new about Australia. Plastic Quack been hot as fuck here too. 80s and 90s. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, you hooligans. Stoner Lake Michigan keeps us cool. Yeah. Kevin, 68 with a little humidity. It's not too bad, Kevin. Goth, I love almost everything about Texas except for the weather. I'd like to go visit there at some point. What's up, Polish? Happy freedom to you. Polish. It was only 65 in the house this morning when I woke up. Yeah. It's hard to get out of bed when it's cold like that. Guess I'm still high 90s here in Texas. We embrace nudity. And I guess there ain't nothing wrong with that. Until Russell's walk around naked. Then we're going to have to object. Otters, I'm already wearing a sweater here. I love it. Holy. I'm not ready for summer to be over yet. I didn't get to do anything for summer. I went for 2 walks. That was it. I'm not ready to call it quits yet. Sun Trap Out 71 at 5 a.m. here. Well, as long as it don't get hotter than that. Southern Eagleman, 70s where you are. It's not too bad. We're getting October temperatures here in Virginia. That's kind of what it's like here too. A lot of people said that it's going to warm up again, but I'm trying to enjoy the cool weather. What's up, Teasel? Happy freedom. All right, hooligans, we're going to move forward. Like I said, we got the last little bit of the news, and then we're going to get into the fun stuff. This is Lefties Losing It. This one's titled CNN Meltdown Over John Bolton Raid. Come on, GoofTube. Just drive me nuts. Between Klaus and YouTube, this is why I got gray hair. Anyways, hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
It's time for Lefties Losing It, and get ready to lose some functioning brain cells, because we're going to bring you some diabolically dumb takes from the dim-witted left, starting with Don Lemon. You remember him? He was sacked by CNN after 17 years at the network. That followed accusations of misogyny and misbehaviour. And then there were his terrible ratings. Then he was sacked by Elon Musk after a disastrous interview, but he's still out there spewing his terrible takes, often race-based takes. Here he claims you cannot be black and be MAGA. Just listen to this and marvel at how a man this divorced from reality was able to be a network anchor for so long.
It's the same thing that when I see not all black Republicans, but I see a black MAGA person who is carrying Donald Trump's water and they know that he's lying. It is the shortest line to the front. Because if you're black and you're whatever, you're just in line with a bunch of other Democrats that are doing the same thing that you're doing. But if you become a black MAGA person, it's like, whoa, let's book this person, let's put him on television.
So you don't think you can be a sincere black MAGA person?
No, I just said, I don't think that. I just said I think there can be sincere Republicans,
but you can't be a sincere black Republican.
I don't think that you can be a rational MAGA, be black and be a rational MAGA person. I think you can be black and be a Republican.
I think they would find that very insulting.
Well, I mean, the truth is often insulting.
The truth is often insulting, and the truth is Don Lemon is a race-baiting simpleton who managed to fail his way up at CNN until even they had enough of his nonsense. As well as being a certifiable clown, he is also hugely ineffective. Here he is on CNN explaining how he campaigned for Kamala Harris by going around telling black men in battleground states that they were essentially dumb if they supported Trump.
I went from battleground state to battleground state. When they invited me to the convention, I didn't just want to fly there. I said, I'm going to go and talk to voters in battleground states, and I did. It was not curated. I went up to people just doing man on the street and said, who are you going to vote for? Black men. And time after time after time, they said, I'm voting for Donald Trump.
Why?
Now, there are reasons why. They said, because most of the time they said, well, for economic reasons, right? Or because he gave me a stimulus check, and I had to correct them over and over.
Can't believe that didn't work out. But old mate Don is not alone in being hopelessly out of touch, hopelessly clueless about real people and what motivates them. Let's hear now from two awfuls, affluent white female lefties, former NBC and CBS host Katie Couric and an alleged historian, Heather Cox Richardson. Here she claims that Donald Trump is suffering cognitive decline. Not Joe Biden, but Donald Trump.
Katie, the man is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. He really is. And you know, that to me is, I mean, everybody's like, oh, he's
The ego knows no bounds.
No, the ego has never known any bounds, but the ego used to be anchored at least in a brain that could finish a sentence, and it's not there anymore. I promise you. I watch this man a lot, and I'm not a doctor. I'm telling you, if he were in my family, we would be looking at care.
Remember when Katie Couric had some credibility? Me neither. The way these people lie is just shameless, gross. Let's check in on how President Trump is doing. One thing is for sure, he is the funniest president we've ever had.
He didn't get an Emmy for his TV program 3 years in a row, and he started tweeting that the Emmys were rigged again.
Should have gotten it.
This.
Vice President Biden, you are holding much smaller events with
nobody will show up.
People with.
Well, it's true. Nobody shows up to his rally.
He said back in 2006, gee, I hope it does collapse because then I can go in and buy some and make some money. Well, it did collapse.
That's called business, by the way.
It's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Yeah, because you'd be in jail.
It's amazing. I mentioned food stamps, and that guy who's seriously overweight went crazy.
By the way, I don't like this mic. Whoever the hell bought this mic system, don't the son of a to put it in, I'll tell you. These people. No, this mic is terrible. Stupid mic keeps popping. Do you hear that, George? Don't pay him. Don't pay him. You know, I believe in paying. But when somebody does a bad job, like this stupid mic, you shouldn't pay the bastard. Terrible.
As I said, he's the funniest president we'll ever have. Now, we love nothing more than mocking the dangerously delusional left, and it doesn't get much more delusional and dim-witted than a member of the LGBTQIA++ community cheering for Palestine. They've been doing it for years now, and the levels of idiocy are only increasing. Listen to this clown giving a shout-out to what he calls trans Palestinians.
I want to give a special shout out to all the queer and trans Palestinians. Not only are we honored to have you as part of our community, but Palestine is the moral compass of the world.
Palestine is the moral compass of the world. So the moral compass of the world is virulently anti-gay, anti-trans, anti-everything LGBTQIA. You don't have to worry about pronouns in Gaza or the West Bank. You have to worry about staying alive. No rooftop parties, but the turkeys in the West keep cheering for Christmas. That was the UK, Manchester. And here is another turkey cheering for Christmas in song.
And this song is written for Palestine, and here you have it. We are laid in the rubble of our hopes and dreams, marching out while our voices go the world.
That is enough of that. Thank you. I told you 5 seconds only. The producers have gone rogue. Let's hear from this young lass who thinks Trump and RFK want to put her in a concentration camp. Try to follow this logic if you can.
Well, I'm autistic and bisexual, and I don't want to be put on a registry, and I don't want my data to be used illegally by RFK, and I don't want to be shipped off to a health farm by RFK that he's going to, he plans to put us all on, similar to I shouldn't say similar, it's a health farm version of the concentration camps in Alligator Alcatraz, and nobody deserves to be in concentration camps. That's Nazi shit.
Low life.
Okay. Holy shit. These people need help. I am not qualified. Either way, that is all the news I have for you hooligans today. We are going to be getting into the fun stuff. We're going to be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Tori Wayne. And we got our 2 funny videos of the day. Both of them were provided by Stoner. First one's titled Bolton Did It. And our official funny video of the day is titled Do You Understand? All of that's coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about lefties losing it. Here, Juicer, I know I couldn't contain it. I don't know what the hell she's talking about. It was just like going from bad to being worse. Alligator Alcatraz concentration camps. She's going to a health camp. She looked like she needed to be going to a health camp. I don't know what the fuck she was talking about. I don't know. Shit for brains. Simply Witchy, whoa, who is telling them those blatant lies? Blue team news, blue leaders, and they're blue voters. They love being lied to. Guess I'm a tarted taco eater. It was gross looking. It was like if Zit was a person. Gina, that's a smack the forehead moment. Yeah, she was completely off the rails. Plasquack, she needs a loony farm. She needs something. MU Blue Team says crazy stuff on a regular basis. They don't realize it's crazy though. They think it's normal. Magic Moon, the lefties have lost it. The end. Yeah, you're right. Back Frank, she's very confused, very misled. What's up, Day9? Happy freedom to you. Roy, RFK Jr. is going to put you on a health farm. I don't even know what she's talking about. I want to know more about it. They're saying us here in America, we're getting fat. I know they're going to put us in health farms. Magic Moon, she's hallucinating. Yep. They're practically brain dead, walking around, wishing that somebody else would do the thinking for them. Done government-funded fat camps? I guess. Going to the health camp. Scott, Mr. President, it's too much winning. I don't think we can handle any more winning. I agree. The lefties can't handle it. I know that. Stern, I think all the trans have some form of autism. I know they're all claiming it. I blame TikTok for that shit. It's real bad on TikTok where they have a whole bunch of self-diagnosis. They're like, you ever eaten a cheeseburger? Did you like it? Well, if so, then you're probably autistic. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, I don't. It's always like that. It's very. You ever hold your phone in your left hand? It means you're ADHD, and people just believe that shit. And it's crazy because you go in the comments and people are like, "I knew it. I knew something was wrong, and now I knew." I'm so thankful I scrolled past this video on TikTok. Now I know. All these years I'm autistic and I got ADHD. And it's like, oh my god, it's so bad. It's so bad. Before we had self-diagnosis, we had overdiagnosis, where the doctors are just like, oh. Your kid acts like a kid at school. Let's put him on medication and get him to shut the fuck up and sit down. Just be a brain dead zombie. It's bad. It's bad having both, and that's where we are right now. What's up, Rise of Fear Gaming? Happy freedom to you. 1000% sucker punch. If you hit someone during an argument without agreeing to a fight, it's a sucker punch. I guess I always think of sucker punches as like you're not looking and then somebody comes from behind or from the side and nails you and you weren't expecting it. If I'm in an argument with somebody, I'm already planning how I'm going to hit them in the face. If I have to raise my voice to you, I'm already planning on how I'm going to hit you in the face. And so I consider arguing as like pre-fight engagement. So anytime I have to raise my voice, we're already engaging in combat. It just ain't really started yet. So that's why I didn't really think of that as a sucker punch, because they were already screaming at each other, and then the dude headbutt him and then punched him in the face. But I guess, not everybody was raised in an environment where you got to fight for dinner and shit like that. Guess I paint pictures. I'm an autist. Holy, the autist formerly known as Get Some. Let me see. Hair juicer, eat the chip for the 5-hour stream. It's going to be 10 seconds of me eating the hot chip and then 4.5 hours of me suffering. Did I change this down here? I did. I put the transmission. I had the hot chip for the Rumble rant thing, but I don't think people knew what the hell it was. If we fill this up, okay, if we fill this meter up right here, 1, I'll get a new transmission and I could actually drive my car again. And 2, we will schedule a date to eat the hot chip, but we got to fill the meter up before that happens. It's sitting right here waiting. It's just waiting. Also, I've been trying to share this with you guys. I did in the voice chat. I've been waiting to show you guys on the live. Hair Juicer sent me a whole bunch of Cracker Jacks, and I opened one of them. Oh, I just messed it up. Hold on a second. Damn it. And I opened one up, and this is what I got. I don't know what it is, but this is what I got. And I'm going to show you guys the next 2 prizes when I open the next Cracker Jack box. Shout out to Hair Juicer. Anyways, let's get into the fun stuff now that I'm tearing my stickers up. Jesus loves us. This is Klaus's fault. Klaus Daniels. Yeah. You sleeping all day. Poor kitty. Look at him. Scared. Terrified. You can tell he's mistreated. Anyways, let's get into the fun stuff. Like I said, we're going to be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Tori Wayne. And we got our 2 funny videos of the day. But before we get into that, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use the links in the description in order to send donations. You could do that by using PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Zelle, Venmo, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee, or you can even send crypto. Let's see what we get today from the Advent Calendar sent by Tori Wayne. Thank you so much, Southern Tripod, for that $3 donation over on Rumble. You're a badass, Southern Tripod. Thank you so much. Let's see. Today is day 16. Let's see who we get today. It's another Eevee evolution. We got to figure out what this one's called. It's like, well, I'll show you guys. I think I know it. I'm going to need Stoner to look it up, though. I think it's an Espeon. Very nice. I like how my camera's actually working today. That's cool. Either way, thank you so much, Tori Wayne. And I appreciate you. I'm going to have to line these guys up and show you the whole collection once we get through it. Let's get into our funny videos here. Let's get these pulled up. Come on, come on. Can we open both? Will it let me do that? It will. Now, hopefully we don't get flagged on the second video. We probably will. I don't know. YouTube sucks. YouTube sucks. Not in the same way that Primus sucks. Either way, getting into it. Thank you so much, Guessum, for that $5 donation over on Rumble. You're a badass, Guessum. Thank you so much for the support. Getting into our funny videos here. First one was provided. They both were provided by Stoner. First one's titled "Bolton Did It."
We seem to have breaking news. Apparently, the FBI has found the USB thumb drive they were looking for. Mr. Bolton was reportedly hiding it under his mustache. This is apparently the same technique he used to smuggle information in and out of the State Department. Apparently, it was President Trump who alerted the FBI to make sure they checked under his mustache. He said, and I quote, "Make sure you look under that son of a bitch's mustache. I never trusted that mustache."
Holy. Never trusted that mustache. Thank you so much, Ramsey, for that $5 donation over on Rumble. You're awesome, Ramsey. Thank you so much for the support. Says, because Jeff wants a tranny, Guessum says, towards you getting a tranny, just video it. Sergeant Tripod, need a tranny? Gay. Hooligans are cracking me up. Getting into this next funny video of the day.
Kyle, let me...
Hold on a second here. Like I said, they were both provided by Stoner. And this one is titled, Do You Understand?
Kyle, let me explain something to you.
Oh, God, here we go.
You see, Kyle, we live in a liberal, democratic society, and Democrats make sexual harassment laws. These laws tell us what we can and can't say in the workplace, and what we can and can't do in the workplace.
Isn't that fascism?
No, because we don't call it fascism. Do you understand?
Do you?
Got him. Well, hooligans, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. I'm going to grab this Linktree link really quick. I'm going to drop it in all the chats. We're going to read through, and we got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up next, and then we're going to be raiding out over on Rumble. What's up, Blaze? Happy Freedom. Stop spamming my fucking chat. What's up, Kathy? Happy Freedom. Fighting foreplay. I would never. I would never. Alright, hooligans, there is the Linktree link where all of my links are listed. So if you'd like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, I would really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because we got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there keeping the conversation going 24/7. And we have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. You will also have access to Hooligans Alley, you'll have access to the forums, you'll have access to the AI, and you also have access to our advanced messaging system with the built-in group chats. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. It's the home of the hooligans. Like I said, we're going to read through. We got the pledge coming up, and we're raiding out on Rumble. Got some Colonel Sanders. He did look like Colonel Sanders a little bit. Just a little bit. Guess can't call them Cracker Jacks anymore. We prefer Milky Popcorn, not the Milky Popcorn. That sounds explicit. That sounds real explicit. Hey, thanks for being here, Otters. Stoner Double Memes Day Saturday. What does that mean? Do it up. Hey, thanks for being here, Metal Mouth. Roy, make sure you check the stash. Got to. Gotta check the stash. MU, Klaus sleeps all day. He's a nighttime hooligan. He is. He's got to keep guard while I'm sleeping. Shroomish, did you see the Raja shit? No. I do remember writing a reminder, but I didn't check it. Thank you so much, Northern Pike, for that $1 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Northern Pike. Thank you so much for the support. Says, wow, Jeff, you may want to retract that statement on combat, saying out loud, some judge may say premeditated. I'm not concerned with that. I'm not concerned with that. If I get in trouble for more assault charges, they'll put me in prison. I have too many assault charges. It's what makes me a violent offender is how many I got. So I'm not worried about that. I just ain't gonna be in trouble. That's the best way to do it. Don't get in trouble if you don't want to go to jail. So that's what I try to focus on. Thank you for being here, Rappy. Enjoy the rest of your day. All right, hooligans, it's that time once again. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, hooligans, we did the thing. It's now time to raid out over on Rumble. Let's see who's live today. What's up, Grim? Happy freedom to you. Thank you for joining us over here. If you're in the chat, then you must not be live. We're not going to be able to raid you if you ain't live. Come on, man. Cat Dog is live. Rotella is live. Maybe we should, let's see, what day is it? Is it Tuesday? I think we're going to raid Rotella, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. Grim, I'm not live, but Frag is. Frag is live. Who did we raid yesterday? Oh, we raided Red Pill yesterday. We'll get Frag. Grim, are you going to be live this week? Because we're definitely going to raid you as well. I think we're going to raid Rotella today, though. He looks like he's got a new setup. All right, hooligans. As always, hit that like button as soon as you land.
Lobby, let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Jeff Mack with a raid. Jeff Mack! Hooligans, you just missed Domebot. You just missed Domebot. Have you guys ever seen Domebot? Have you ever seen Domebot? Let's show them Domebot really quick. We got a Domebot. Jeff Mack, how many robots do you have working for you? I bet Jeff Mack's got at least 57 robots working for him right now, don't you, Jeff? 57 robots working for you? Let's see, my friends. Thank you so much, Jeff Mack, for that raid, my man. My friends, if you want to follow Jeff Mack. Oh, there he is.
The best.
There he is, watching me, watching him. Welcome in, hooligans. Great to see you. We want to welcome in, let's see, Grim Hollywood joining us. Dutton joining us. Let's get Jeff off the screen. He's been in front of you this whole time. It's my turn. Ballyho, Mr. Mac. Magic Moon joined us. Ballyho Magic Moon. Roy Dye, nice to see you again. Luca, we're gonna go with Luca. Plastic Quack, always a pleasure to see Plastic Quack inside the dome. Ballyho Plastic Quack. Thank you, Grim Hollywood, for the follow. Thank you, High Plains Drifter, for the follow. We appreciate that. The best is yet to come now that you guys are here. Just Gina, welcome back. Sage Pup, we've seen you before. Welcome back. The Elder Zoomer. Shardy, one of my favorite people I've ever seen in my entire life. Shardy, welcome in, Shardy. Great to see you. Too Old to Care, welcome back. Beck, welcome back. Jeff Mack says, let's get those likes up. Jeff Mack, thank you so much, my man. Ballyho. We are right now, you guys are currently in, we're watching Nigel Farage. He just, leader of the Reform Party in England. He just gave a speech about what they're going to do with the immigration of England. We're at the tail end of that. We got a few more questions, and then we're jumping in today's cabinet meeting from everyone's favorite president, without exceptions, President Trump. Let's go back inside the Dome Theater and check out the last, well, it's like a minute of the questions. So thank you so much for the raid. Jeff, we'll see you around, my man. Ballyho.
Another fantastic raid, you hooligans. Rotella's a badass. I love raiding Rotella. All right, we're going to read through, but we are wrapping this up. We'll be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next... Actually, we are going to be... I think we're going to be live later today. I think we're going to play the game for 2 hours, and if you guys don't give a shit about the game, that's totally fine. We have to burn 5 hours of this premium live stream. So if you're not going to join the membership program, or you're not already a premium Rumble user... I'm not going to worry about it. We're just going to play the game. You're not going to miss out on anything. We're going to promote Jeff Mack Gaming for 5 hours. I think we're going to do 2 hours today, 2 hours tomorrow, and an hour the next day. And we're going to be hanging out with Just Gina and the Third on their podcast Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern time. It'll be the first time that we've ever did a guest appearance on another podcast. I don't really know what to expect, but I'm assuming it's going to be a lot of fun. So Thursday is going to be really busy. But like I said, if you see us go live later today and it's a premium Rumble live stream, don't get all bent out of shape if you can't participate in it because you're not an official hooligan or you're not a premium Rumble user, we're just going to be playing the game. You're not missing out on anything important. If you do want to come hang out with us, you'll have to become an official hooligan or join Rumble Premium. But either way, we got to knock out these 5 hours of premium live stream, or else all the work we did for the creator program will be for nothing. So I have to get it done. But like I said, if you see us go live with premium over on Rumble, do not get all mad at me. Do not write me long-winded emails about how much I suck and all this other shit. I'm trying to make the best of it. We got to do the 5 hours. I don't want you to miss out on anything. I think this is the best of both worlds. We're going to read through the chat really quick, and we are wrapping this up. Simply Witchy. Is he trying to be Johnny Fever from WKRP? I don't know what that is. I don't know. I love Rotella. He's awesome. Thanks for being here, Matt Rogers. Hey, thanks for being here, Guess You hooligans, enjoy the rest of your day. God, just subbed to him. I thought I already had. Yeah. Hey, I appreciate you, Too Old to Care. Plastic Quack, do a little bit more than 5 hours exactly, just in case. Yeah, I'm going to try Plastic Quack. Grim, I'm live tomorrow and Friday. Love the show. Got to be VOD Andy on your show today. It's awesome, Grim. Yeah, we're going to be raiding Grim, I think, tomorrow. If we can get our clocks all synchronized. Just Jane go to off label. Let me see. Tomorrow I should have links and everything all prepared. Is this what you're talking about? Gina. And this right here. Like I said, I'll try to make sure I have links and everything tomorrow so we can promote everything. MU, that was a fun show. I try. Thank you, Crispy. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Magic Moon. Appreciate all of you hooligans. Starn, you have a good night as well. Thank you for being here. Rad, are any of you watching the Bruce Willis special? No, what is that? Isn't Bruce Willis like incapacitated or something? Like, doesn't he have some sort of condition now? Simply Witchy, look him up. It looks just like him. WKRP in Cincinnati. I'll check it out. Thanks for letting me know, Simply Witchy. I'm going to look into it. Hey, thank you, Magic Moon. Rad. I'll have to look into it. I didn't know that he was going to be doing a special. Alright, hooligans. It looks like we're good to go. Like I said, we will be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. But we probably will be live later today playing the game here, but promoting Jeff Mac Gaming. That way you guys can go subscribe to that if you like video games. But we got to do this 5 hours of premium live streaming, so I think this is the best way to do it. That way, if you can't afford to be an official hooligan, you're not really missing out on anything. So I think that's what we're going to do. Either way, if I don't see you guys tonight, I will see you tomorrow for Coffee with Hooligans, 3 p.m. Eastern time. I appreciate all of you guys being here. Thank you for showing up, and thank you for helping me make the news suck a little less. I really do appreciate all of you guys. Go enjoy the rest of your day. Find yourself some good food. I'm going to try and do the same. I think I'm going to make taco salad tonight. That's the plan. Either way, make your way back to us tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.